Atanipa mahitaji yangu kwa kadri ya utajiri wake, kwa kipimo cha kujaa, kusukwa hata kumwagika. Bwana atanibariki kwa kadri ya utajiri wake, kwa kipimo cha kujaa, kusukwa hata kumwagika. Atanipa mahitaji yangu kwa kadri ya utajiri wake.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother, for entertaining us and making us alive. Allow me to introduce this gentleman. That is the protocol of the union. This is Caston Myungi, the former secretary, Eastern Region. And after being promoted, he took over as the NEC and left the position to me. And that's where I'm standing here. So we promote so that we can be promoted. We don't kill so that we can come up. We promoted him so that Ginga can see a position in the region. So, my brother, welcome and speak to the teachers.
Thank you, Bwana Ginga. Let us clap for Bwana Ginga, our secretary. You know, Bwana Ginga, I can confirm to you, he's a short man, but I have confirmed he's not short everywhere. I have confirmed that one. So, when you see him, know that he is blessed in very many ways, other than what you can see. Regional leadership led, and I want to start from the ministry, led by Mr. Maina and other officials that are accompanying you. I haven't seen TSC, but in absentia, I recognize them. Kepsha, a leadership from the region, led by the chairman. BC members who are here from other branches. Delegates from Eastern region. Solidarity. 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 Those are our greetings that we need to know as teachers. One, I want to give the greetings of our national leadership. When I was passing through the office, I was sent by the Secretary General, Brother Collins, to you. Na kaniambia hapa nisipatiane salamu zake za solidarity. Solidarity. I also talked with the national chairman, Brother Patrick Karenga Monohe. I also talked, because I met them in the office, with our national treasurer. And they told me when I come here, as I convey the message, I also give you their greetings. We also have other NEC members from Eastern region, because they heard that Eastern region is meeting here. Wakaniambia nilete salam zao. So I want to bring the greetings of our national trustee, Brother Mutani, commonly known as the circumciser. We have greetings from Brother Kasimba, who is also NEC. We have greetings from Madam Liz, and we have greetings from Brother Kadinoko. They are all members of NEC who come from Eastern region. And when they heard that we are coming here, wakaniambia patiana salam zetu. We are with them. You know, Kasimba is preparing for AGM, kwa hivyo akompesa sana, he wanted to come. Sawa. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to take a lot of time. I want to thank Kepsha leadership, because when I had teachers sometimes, when we were starting Kepsha, that time it was not Kepsha. Actually, it was being called Head Teacher Support Group. Kwa hivyo tumetoka mbali. Ukiona tuko hapa. From Head Teacher Support Group to Kepsha. From here, I don't know the wings that we are going to get so that we fly to the next level. Lakini, we are waiting. When Kepsha is going to have functional offices in the region, functional offices at the counties, and functional offices everywhere. So that tukienda hapo, we want to see the secretary in the region. I mean, office. Tukienda huko bwana chairman, tunapata secretary wako hapo. So that now we come to you. When we go to the county, we see the secretary who is in the office serving the teachers. Kwa hivyo, those are the areas that we are saying we want to develop mpaka tuone tumefika huko. Ama namna gani? Just like if you go to Gaya offices, You are going to meet the accountant. You are going to meet the secretaries there. So we want also your offices to be functional, Mr. Chairman. Allow me now to give the message of the Secretary General. Now, the Secretary General said that head teachers from Eastern region should be told about the delayed promotions. And when we talk about the delayed promotions, recently TSC promoted teachers. We are not against the promotions, but we are saying that those promotions, there are some people who are meriting, but we are not giving those promotions, and we are saying those are delayed promotions. And this is why from our office, we asked all the executive secretaries to give us complaints of the teachers who are not promoted so that we can negotiate with the TSC and see what can be done. And we want to inform you that NAT has presented proposals to the TSC, which include the following. 1, establishment of Teachers Appeal Tribunal. Establishment of Teachers Appeal Tribunal. What we mean here, ladies and gentlemen, if a teacher is interdicted, and that teacher wants to appeal, you appeal to the same people who interdicted you. And if they had found you guilty, watasema yes, is still guilty. This is why now NAT wants Teachers Appeal Tribunal to be established so that now we can have different people who are going to listen to that appeal. Number 2, we want structured disbursement of free education funds. When we talk here about structured disbursement, we are actually talking about capitation. We are told that the ministry is going to send this money, but what the head teachers get is not what the ministry has promised to give. Then they also go political. Wasema walimu tumetuma pesa shule. We are saying that we want it structured when the head teacher should know that either by January, as I open the school, we want to see the money there so that now I have something to work. So that is why we are saying NAT wants a structured disbursement of free education funds. We are also saying, as a union, we support the recommendations of the Presidential Working Party. You know, during those recommendations, one of those recommendations is that schools should not never again be called junior secondary, that kind of thing. We want comprehensive schools. And these comprehensive schools are going to be headed by you. And this is why even when we were in Mombasa, the message that was given by the Cabinet Secretary for Education, he said that head teachers are going to be in charge of grade 9. I know there was a lot of rumors, a lot of negative campaign that grade 9 should go to secondary. Na ninyi mlisikia kama kitu kama hicho. But as a union and the Minister of Education, we stood by those recommendations, tukasema wale wanataka grade 9 iende secondary wazinyonge. We are waiting for them now. Kujinyonga kwao tuone, we haven't had any. And I'm happy, Mr. Maina, you are here. I think you are going also to give the same message to these head teachers. The other one, ladies and gentlemen, all teachers, we are saying that all teachers who are in acting capacity should be paid an allowance. Recently, we have found deputy head teachers, even senior teachers, being given a letter called assumption letters. At now from today, if you are head teacher, assumption letter, well, you are head teacher, but head teacher without an allowance. If you are senior teacher, unapewa assumption letter to be a deputy head teacher, but without any allowance. We are saying KNUT wants all those people who are in acting capacities to be paid allowances. Simunapenda hivyo walimu. We are also saying, recently, when the doctors were on strike, I don't know whether they are striking or not. because Koome alisema wapambano nao na actually we support the doctors because we also as a union we support another union. But we heard also that the interns are demanding money when they are internship. So we are also saying, as teachers, our teachers also, when they're in colleges, so we're under for teaching practice. So we are also saying, we also want our teachers to be paid an allowance when they're in teaching practice. Kwani si hata sisi ni wafanyikazi wa serikali. So that is also what we are saying, hata sisi tunataka hiyo. Lastly, on that one, we are working with the TSC and the national government to see that all the pending cases of pension for our teachers are paid. Because you can see when most of our teachers retire, wengine wanamaliza mwaka moja, miaka miwili, miaka tatu bila kulipo chochote. And some of them even pass. Wanatuacha even before they get what they're supposed to get. So we are saying we want TSC to streamline the pension and the national government so that our teachers now wanajua watapata pension yao without delay. I know even here there are some of our teachers here are about to exit. There are some who are 58 years, there are some who are 59 years, others are ending to 60. And we are saying, those people who have been told to retire, retirement is not a punishment. But the government want to make it as a kind of a punishment. Because when they don't pay you what is yours, that is a kind of punishment. We have recently had some recommendations that even if you retire, that they want to pay you a pension when you are 65. Hiyo ni puzi. Na tumesema sisi walimu hatutaki hiyo. We want when you leave service, that is now when you should be paid your pension. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, about unity. We want our teachers to be united. Recently, I heard somebody asking, why does not call for strike these days? And I told that teacher, we don't just strike. We strike for a purpose and on a cause. So when the government doesn't listen to us, that is now when we organize our teachers for a strike. Right now, we have not called any strike, saying the government is listening to us. Because when we hear now, they are about to employ another 20,000 teachers. And you know we have got a lot of shortage in our schools. We can't fight the government when it is doing what we are demanding. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I know that we are working with the government of the day to serve our teachers. And nikimalizia, give you a story of a certain king. There was a certain king in a certain country. And the king and everything that you can think of, he had also a very beautiful daughter. But the king was miserable. Although he had all the wealth, he was very miserable. And therefore, he said, any of my citizens who will make me happy will marry my beautiful daughter, and at the same time will get part of my kingdom. So everybody who wanted to be rich, who wanted to be called kings-in-law, was doing something so that he can get something. Some even came there to put faces, and if you failed, you are killed. Lastly, one gentleman said, I'm going to win the king's daughter. So he went and made a very beautiful ring na akampelekea mfalme. What was written on on the ring? It was, hata hii itakwisha. Hakuna ingine. So he came to the king and he presented the king. And the king said, can you explain what this means? Akaangalia akaona imeandikwa hata hii itafanya nini? Itaisha. Any situation, when you are happy, you look at the ring, unasema hata hii itafanya nini? When you are miserable, unaangalia ring, unasema hata hii itaisha. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I sent teachers who have found through many tribulations. I know as teachers we have had very many tribulations. I know as a union tulikuwa tunamalizwa, we have also had very many tribulations. Lakini tukiangalia itasema hata itafanya nini? Hata itaisha. Ladies and gentlemen, tumetoka mbali. Hata itafanya nini? Hata itaisha. Head teachers, hata delayed capitation itaisha. Na tutakuwa watu wazuri. Ladies and gentlemen, nataka nimalizie hapo niseme thank you for listening to us, and as teachers, we as a union, we are going to support you and continue working together. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, my brother. Solidarity! Aha, mjani ya nini jameni? Solidarity! Solidarity! Pesa! Pesa! Solidarity! I now call upon the chairman of the region to hand over this microphone to the secretary.
Thank you, my brother. I remember I told you my duty was to lead the delegation of the Kenyan National Union of Teachers Eastern as the Eastern chairman. I thank you, the Kepsha fraternity, for inviting us to come and grace this occasion. My brother, you have heard what Kenya National Union of Teachers are demanding. When they call you in your office, one of you must listen to those leaders on behalf of the teachers of Eastern. Another time, my brother, the chairman, the secretary and the chairman Kepsha, we must be brought together with our employers, the Teachers Service Commission, so that we can also address them. Macho kwa macho tunawaambia. I know we are together with our brothers on our very issues that you have had, the comprehensive school. And we have told our brothers, we can even do anything. If ukileta master ama mwingine, hakuna boma inakuwa na njogoo wa gwiri, ni moya. Kama mnataka vita Kenya mzima, ni kusema mulete ate hiyo itakuwa tutamaliza kabisa. Those end teachers that you see here, they are capable of bringing whatever you want in this country. Promote them, give them support, and they will listen to you. At this very humble time, we are happy, and we have said thanks to listening to us. My brother the Kepsha, I take the baton back to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our brothers in KNUT. They have spoken. Now wanaongea kwa sauti sana ili musikie vizuri sana. They are the advocates. We are people who request. For them, they don't request, they demand. Now, you have heard their sentiments. And now, at this juncture, I want to call upon Liberty Africa. Liberty Africa, where are you? If Liberty Africa is not with us, we have Talimu. And as Talim comes, we recognize also the presence of our ACC, Kuria West. She is present with us. And we appreciate your coming. You have been here for the better part of this conference. I think one time you become a teacher. I'll give you a TSC number. Karibu, Talimu.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. I'm Kevin Wasonga, a teacher by profession, working with the Talim School Management System. I think I've been given a maximum of 5 minutes, and our people now are preparing to leave. I don't take much of your time. First, to begin with, Talim is a school management system that enable each learner in any part of this Kenya to access quality education online. That is, as per the CBC, is encouraging the use of ICT being integrated right from the entry age. The Talim came up with this platform to enable our children all over the country to access quality education. What are the features, or what are the things that are obtained or we can get from this Talim? One, it's divided into sessions. We have student management system, whereas you as the head teacher or as the head of institution, you can access or you can have all the records of all the learners in your school just at a click of a button. That is when you use the Talim education management system. One, we have two, we have the tracking learners' progress. It has a feature, whereas if any assessment is done, you can automatically upload, and it's stored. We have got the iCloud, where this information can be stored permanently without erasing it. So from that, you can track the progress of this learner right from the entry age up to when this learner will be leaving your school. We have very comprehensive assessments that can help the learner test him or herself on the areas that the learning areas or the strands that this learner has covered. We have you as the head of institution, how to manage the teachers. The Talim came with a feature whereas these teachers can upload. Previously, we were using what we call the Google, but now Talim has come up with a platform where a teacher can just lesson plan online and project this lesson live without, so as long as you got the projectors, you got the screens in your classes, these learners can attend. Like now this function is being covered live in our Talim platform. So that is one of, we have the financial, we have got the FPE. Instead of having so many files in your offices, whereas there'll be maybe mvua ilinyesha, this happened, kulikuwa na moto imeungua, you can have all these records of the books received, all the financial details of the school at your fingertips. Just a click of the button. This one you'll find in Talim. We have others we have the parents. We have the parents can access. It's limited. By the time you are registering a child, you also register a parent and you give a unique password to this parent. So the parent can only access the details of that child. When they pay the fees, it has got a feature, whereas we can invoice SMS feature. When this parent pays, they get with feedback immediately and they can print the receipt from where they have paid. So there is no need of parents queuing and doing whatever. That is just the Talim. With all those many remarks, I want to appreciate you. We have the ways on how to log in or how to register on Talim. You Google, you go to Chrome, you type Talim, that is TAALIM.co.ke. Then you register, you enter your unique password. After registration, it will give you a process. That is now when you need to make the payment. Do you want to register school? You register your school, and then you make your payment. Registration is 500, and then we give 3,000. At 3,000, the whole year annual subscription is 3,000 annually. Is that not fair? I hope it is. And we are looking forward working with several schools, that is to manage all our learners access quality educations. Thank you so much, and may God bless all of you.
Thank you. Talim. As we talk, these are the people who are covering live. Those people were watching yesterday. Muliona ya kwamba tulipatikana live on Talim, and you are being seen far and wide in this world. So Talim, our partners who are partners with us, and they are here. If you want to know more, you can check on Talim. They are somewhere on my left hand side. You can go and also negotiate. At this juncture, we have our sponsors with us. We have distinction. Kindly come over. We are very keen on time. Please don't get tired.
Thank you, the Master of Ceremony. All protocols observed. I'm Henry Mogoba Onyonka from Distinction Education Publishers, and one of you, because at one point I was the classroom teacher, and I'm happy to meet Mr. Martin Moturi, whom we shared the same university, Kenyatta University, 2006 and 2010 students who graduated from Kenyatta University, and there are so many whom have come across. The reason why we decided to come up with Distinction Education Publishers institution is to bridge the gap which is experienced in the classroom. In the 844 system, we bridged the gap carefully, and we managed to give you quality materials which were supporting the classroom business. For the CBC curriculum, which is now on our disposals, we are also taking care of areas which we can bridge the gaps. For instance, we have come up with the CBC readers, the CBC storybooks. They are in our presses, they are in our tents. Kindly get them because they improve the functional skills of language development, language skills of reading, and the skills of interpretation, and the skills of comprehensions. Those are the parts of where learners are being assessed. Those skills can be well managed by our CBC readers, and they are cutting across from the playgroup line up to grade 8. Grade 9 will be coming out shortly and very soon. As you have been enabled also in the junior school, kindly get those readers which can help you and can assist the teachers of the language. And the entire fraternity in the junior school, we have revision workbooks, the revision materials, which are of quality, and the quality is our concern. In Distinction Education Publishers, our main aim, our mission is quality. And the quality is what we are really making sure to prevail. And that's why the government decided to supply one of our materials, which is Distinction CRE Grade 8, to all the public schools in the entire nation. And we thank the fraternity of KICD, together with the Ministry of Education, for giving us that opportunity, and we are hoping for more. In line with that, we also have the workbooks, which are very important in our classroom setup, to give assignments, to give more activities for learners to be doing more of interaction with the CBC interpretation, the CBC in the school, CBC at home, and when they are in the society. Those workbooks are very important. Kindly, you can get one as you are walking home, and back to your station, the entire staff room will be able to enjoy and see. And when you have enough money, maybe you can procure from your nearest bookshops. All of them, they are available countrywide. And you can also pick our catalog. In case the pocket is not friendly, you can be able to budget and plan together with your teachers when time comes on your various stations. On top of that, we are also good in preparing the CBA, that's a continuous assessment test, which we have been dealing with in 844, and currently we are also in CBC. We are having experts. We are having intellectual people who are focused to give you the required materials. You can test us because we have been tested, tried, and given credit on that. Please don't let that credit to go away. Get them on your schools. As I can recognize it, we are having Mr. Fennis from one of the zones in Meru we normally procure our CBC materials for end of the term and the mid-term to assess the learners. Some of you can also join us and join them, and we move together, because when we are testing the learners on the CBC platform, we test them what is required in the classroom, at home, and also in the society. Having said that, when we are packaging ourselves back home, may our Almighty God grant us journey mercies as we interact and meet in Mombasa and more times to come. Thank you very much.
Zili agenda kwanza namshukuru Mungu aliyenipoza machungu na maneno ya walimwengu. Kweli Mungu sio mzungu, afitinishi na majungu, hakuninyima langu fungu.
Thank you, distinction, our sponsors. We have our guest speaker who is almost about to speak to us and give us the speech of our regional director. So members, please don't go away. Be patient. You have a lot of time to do a lot of shopping here and abroad. Kuna mtu alikuwa amepoteza identity card yake. I announced on the first day. The owner is around. If you have that ID, please come and see me here, and I'll give the owner the identity card. Now I will invite Molan. Molan.
Amepindua agenda, ameharibu agenda, amezifuta agenda, amepindua agenda.
Good morning, everyone. The Kepsha chair, the NAT officials, the other delegates, good morning. I also recognize the Ministry of Education and also recognize the man of wisdom, and I believe we are going to implement the advice. So my name is Timothy Kamau, working with Moran Publishers. We are partners with Kepsha across all the regions. Particularly now we are in Eastern region. We are partners. So basically today we are in front of you just to introduce what we do. Moran Publishers, we are not new in the market. We are a publishing firm which we publish educational materials for our learners in all levels, starting from the preschool, lower primary, and junior school currently. So our books are found in all areas. So basically now we are focusing on the new rationalized area. We are working on those areas which were done, and we are hoping starting by next year we'll be having new materials from the lower primary now up to grade 9, which are rationalized. But currently we are using the materials on the market, so we are advising teachers to use the materials which are there by the guidance of the curriculum design, which was sent to you through the KICD website. So that is what we are advising. So in our materials, for the CBC materials, we have materials for the lower primary. Basically, we have a new material which is meant for physical education. It's called Physical and Health Education Fundamental Skills. We have learned that our teachers in the lower primary or in across the the primary section, that physical education teachers have that gap of having more skills, and having that the physical education and sports is a career pathway whereby we are preparing our learners to choose the career pathway in grade 9 moving forward. We have developed a book for fundamental skills for those teachers, so that whenever they are taking our learners to the field to do the physical activities, they are able to have those skills and they are able to teach our learners how to do those physical activities. So also
Quality and Standards Officer, Mr. Maina, who will give his remarks and officially close this conference. DJ, tuweke kawimbo, and members of the governing council, please, Mr. Maina, ngoja uletwe na my members of the governing council.
Kashushe nyavu zenu, Yesu alipokwisha kunena, alimwambia Simoni, tweka mpaka kilindini. Kashushe nyavu zenu, Bwana mkubwa, tumefanya kazi ya kuchosha usiku kucha. Bwana mkubwa, tumefanya kazi ya
Thank you, DJ. And thank you for choosing the right song. He is Simon Maina, and the song is talking about Simon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our chairman and all the membership of Kepsha. Our partners are not led by Caston and the secretary region. We recognize you, and I want to say from the outset that as an education office, we have a lot of gratitude, a lot of appreciation in the way we have worked together. Chairman, Mr. Mutunga, you will agree with me that we have worked very well. You have supported us in a very, very big way. In a very big way, and we don't want to take it for granted. We know other places, they have had issues, but in Eastern, we have worked very well. And when there has been a few things here and here, you have called us, and we have been able to iron out the issues. Like has been said, my name is Maina, and currently I'm the Regional Director, Quality Assurance and Standards Eastern. And I am also a teacher, and I am proud to say that I am one. I have two tasks. One, I was given a task to talk about academic excellence, which I'll take about 20 minutes. And then in 10 minutes, I'll give the message from the regional director, and then we close the 3 days conference. And you allow me not to go into a lot of details in the interest of time. You will allow me to just highlight a few issues here and there. So we have to, when we talk about quality, because the mission of the Ministry of Education and vision is quality education for sustainable development. And I'm happy even the NAT secretary alluded a lot about quality. And when we talk about quality, we cannot talk about quality education without the head teacher, without the principals who are seated here with me today. So I just want to highlight a few roles that are there for the head teacher. And one of them is curriculum management and supervision. I'm happy that when we have come to our institutions, we have seen a lot of supervision as far as curriculum is concerned. You are also expected to do a lot of human resource management, and that is why we are head teachers, so that we can manage the human resource that we have. And in an institution, the biggest and the most critical component of human resource in a school are the teachers. So kindly handle our teachers well, so that they can be motivated and they can be able to do it in the best way possible. The other role of a head teacher or a principal is financial management. Colleagues, I want to make an appeal that let us be prudent. I know the finances that we have been given are not enough. I know the resources are scarce, just like in our offices, but we are saying the retro that has been given, let us manage it in the most prudent way. And so far, I wouldn't say that we have a major problem in Eastern, but I'm only saying it's good to be prudent. Then, as principals that we are also liaison officers between the school and stakeholders. A very important role that you have to play to link your school, your institution, and the stakeholders, the community outside there, the politicians, everybody, the parents, it is you to act as a liaison officer. Then, very critical for us as principals is setting of goals. Setting goals for your institution is very, very important. Something else that I want to persuade all of us to do, I have introduced myself as Director Quality Assurance, but I want to put it to you that all of you as head teachers, as principals, you are also quality assurance officers. We are the first line quality assurance officers. And therefore, I want to beg you, let's do it in our places of work. When we talk about a good teacher, when we talk about a good principal, what are some of the qualities that for us to get excellence, for us to get excellent education, quality education in Eastern region, what are these qualities that we require? I'm sure yesterday you had a motivational speaker and he could have said some of the issues, some of the qualities I want to touch on. One of them is that as head teachers, even as a director of education, the sub-county directors who are here and others, we must be approachable. We must be approachable. We must be approachable by the teachers. If teachers have issues, it is you they'll come to. If parents have issues, it is you they'll come to. Be innovative. Be innovative. Our NAT partners have looked at that area in a very big way, in a way that I had not seen it. That you can be innovative even without taking them either the conventional medicine or otherwise. You can still be able to go allowed challenges. So that is being innovative, being open-minded in learning. Then the next quality that is very important is being determined and decisive. When we talk about somebody who is, thank you. When we talk about somebody who is determined and decisive, we are talking about somebody who is focused on matters. Or you are focusing on equality. You are focusing on monitoring and evaluating performance. Then, if you have to be a good manager, a good leader, it requires good time management. Good time management. Then something else that I always tell people, not only in the education fraternity, but wherever we are, even in church, even in the community, I tell people that we should always avoid what I call a victims and scarcity mentality. People who have a scarcity and victims mentality will always complain. We'd always complain, I don't have this, I don't have the other. So this one is something that we have to check both in life and as teachers or as principals. Then, very critical and very important for us as principals is leading by example. Leading by example. I'm very happy when I go to a school, when I go to an institution, and I get a head teacher, I get a principal having a class in the examination class, either in grade 6. Some of us have even gone to grade 8. I like it. And you are reading by example. You are there, and you are doing it from the front. Then, if we have to be good managers, if we have to be good leaders, then we must be knowledgeable on educational matters. Colleagues, sometimes I challenge my colleagues, and I want to do it here. I don't know the last time that you guys and all of us read reading. Most of us only read when we have examinations. And have right, was it Moran or distinction, when he said that we have to revive our reading culture. We have to revive our reading culture. Personally, I make sure that at any given time, I have a book that I'm reading. I have a book that I'm reading. And I'm hoping that we also do it, not reading for an examination, you are just reading for the sake of continuous education. Then, to be good leaders, we good to be good communicators, and also to have a positive mindset. A positive mindset. Finally, and I don't know whether it was the wise man who alluded to delegation. I don't know whether it was him, but it was either Mr. Ngonga or the wise man. He alluded to delegation. Leaders, let us agree that delegation is important, because as a head teacher, if you want to do everything, then you will die very quickly. Is it not so? That is very correct. I remember when I joined the Ministry of Education in 1998. That's when I left at TSE. I may look young, but I'm not that young. I am exiting last year. I'm 59. I'm exiting next year. So when I joined the ministry in 1998, we went to one school. That time we were called inspectors of schools. So we went somewhere in Lumuruti for inspection. And Bwana Secretary, we looked for the head teacher. And you know, Laikipia is a hardship area. So that time they would get school feeding program. So the teachers kept on telling us, the head teacher is somewhere within the school. We looked for him, and you know you cannot start, you go to a school and then you start working without getting the courtesy call with the head teacher, because the deputy was saying, no, I know he is here. But one of the teachers came and told me, let me take you where he is. And we found the head teacher cooking uji for the pupils. He was literally in the kitchen cooking what? Cooking uji. And he told us, so, you know, sometimes you become upset, eh? Na nikamuuliza, who made you a head teacher? You know, I'm annoyed, eh? Then he answered to me, it is you. You know, we just laughed and, you know, you are annoyed, you're asking him, who made you a head teacher? It is you. Then we laughed off. Then later on, when we talked, he told us he has been having a very big challenge. But the teachers told us he works alone. He also eats alone. So, in fact, we never did assessment in that school. We told him we had to sit down with the teachers. We ironed out. At that time, there was no BOM. So we called the chairman of the committee. And by the end of the day, everything had been solved. So delegation is very, very necessary. It is critical. I don't want to go to a lot of issues on effective curriculum. If there was time, if we had enough time, I would have gone through all this. But what I want to say is that we have already transitioned to the CBC, and we are there. And I'm happy that my brothers from NAT, you are able to say that grade 9, Dr. Suwut was here in the course of this conference, and he must have made it clear that without any alter of doubt, that grade 9 will now be domiciled where it is. And it is not the Ministry of Education saying, the stakeholders who said. Because the Education Working Committee came, and 93% of the people said that grade 7 to 9 should be domiciled where it is. And therefore, there could be some teething problems, but I want to assure you that we have already corrected the data, and the head teachers who are here who can bear me witness, we know where we have classrooms. We know schools with the classrooms for grade 9 next year. We know schools without the classrooms. And in the course of next term, procurement will be starting, and we'll not be going to be having any issues next year. The only thing I want to persuade you is that let us prove the critics wrong. Let us prove the critics wrong. Whenever Bwana Chairman are meeting teachers who are teaching in our junior school from secondary schools, or who are in quotes are trained to teach in secondary, I'm telling them that our head teachers, maybe 80 or even 90% are graduates with the beard, and some even have masters. I don't know whether I'm wrong or it is the correct position. Most of our head teachers are graduates, some have masters, and we have a few who even have a PhD. And therefore they are capable, and we have no doubt whatsoever that we shall be able to navigate the few challenges that could be there. So my only appeal to all of us is that if therefore we are domiciling even grade 9 where it is now, we want to persuade all of you, prepare these learners for grade 10. Prepare them adequately for senior school. They are now in the comprehensive school in primary, junior. In 2026, when I'll be a senior citizen, they'll be going to grade 10. We want to ask you kindly, do whatever it is such that they are already aware that in senior school, it is like those of us, I am sure Caston ulienda A level, tulienda ile from 1 to 4, then from 5 to 6. It will be the same. It will be the same where you will be reading all the other subjects and then you take a particular path. So we want you to continue guiding them because the intention of the Ministry of Education is that 60% should be able to take STEM. That is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And even in that STEM, we shall have some taking pure sciences, others will be taking applied sciences, others will be taking technology, technical and engineering, and others will be taking careers. So we'll be having some girls, some boys doing things like hairdressing only there. Then that will be STEM, 60%. Then we have the social sciences. It is our intention that 25% of the learners you have in grade 8 now, and they'll be in grade 9 next year, it is our intention that they go for social sciences. And social sciences, as it were, has languages and literature, humanities, and business studies. So 25% should be able to go to that line. And then the other one will be arts and sports science. That one we are assuming that, or we want to believe that 15% of our runners will go to that area. And that's why, though it has not escaped our mind completely, we are no longer talking of co-curricular activities. In Kenya nowadays, if we want to be very, very precise, we don't have co-curricular activities because all activities have now become an integral part of the curriculum. Because if it is a drama, when they go to senior school, there'll be some students who will go to the arts and sports science where they'll take a track called performing arts. A girl or a boy can only take one subject called dance and nothing else. So we want to persuade all of you, continue guiding them, have somebody to, as much as they are working on all the subjects, but continue checking, let the teachers monitor to see where is the strength of this boy, where is the strength of this girl, so that as they go to senior school, then they can be well guided. And though we shall be giving more information later, but next year, those of the students now in grade 8 next year, they'll be doing an examination, but we'll be giving details later on, slightly different from Kepsha, where Kepsha it was 60% formative and then 40% summative. One may have more marks on summative, but we shall be giving more details later. So let them be prepared. As a government also, later this year and the whole of next year, we'll be preparing our teachers in senior school so that they can be able to be well prepared to take the grade 9, now to coming to grade 10. So we want to challenge all of you, kindly let us midwife this CBC, because if we fail, if it looks like we are not being able to handle it in grade 9, we shall be proving our critics right. I want to finish that area by thanking all of you. Chairman, if you allow me, we can now go to the remarks of the regional director. He was not able to come because, as you know, Eastern region, this time we were very, very lucky. We were hosting 3 activities. Machakos, we had secondary school games. We also had the junior secondary games. Then in Embu, we had the honor of hosting the whole nation for the drama and film festival. And it was concluded yesterday, where we had the grace of hosting the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. And then tomorrow, God willing, the same will be going for state concert to present the same to the head of state. And that's why he could not be able to come. So if you allow me, Chairman, I can now read the message of the regional director. So the regional Kepsha chairman, Mr. Mutunga, and the executive committee, all the county directors of education, I am sure some of them were here, like Madam Wabua. She even opened the conference for us. The sub-county directors who are here from Adriva and Mwea, who are here. Our very good partners are from NAT, and have said without any fear of contradiction that we have worked very well. Our head teachers, our sponsors, invited guests. Let me now read the speech from our director. Every society aspires to have a robust, quality, and functional education system for posterity. Indeed, the Sustainable Education Goal number 4 is about providing quality and inclusive education and training for all. The governments world over recognizes the critical role that education plays in nation building and prosperity for the nation, and Kenya is no exemption. In order to assure high quality and standards of education, the Kenya government has instituted various policy and legal framework in tandem with the aspirations and national education goals. Various policy and legal reforms have similarly been adopted. And such policies are like, 1, provision of compulsory and free basic education. The government has pursued the policy of providing free and compulsory basic education, which is enshrined in the Constitution under Article 53 and the Basic Education Act 2013. This has ensured access to education for all. This is very progressive, and it has seen an increase in access and quality education. The other policy that has been brought on board is quality, relevance, and equity in education. Access to education is not alone adequate to address issues and challenges in education. Various policies have therefore been adopted and implemented to ensure that the education for all that is offered to our children is of high standard, quality, equitable, relevant, and functional. Quality education should ensure that education satisfies basic learning needs and enriches the lives of learners. Education should be for all, leaving no child behind. Then we have the competency-based curriculum. In an attempt to reform and transform the education sector, the government adopted the competency-based curriculum now in the 8th year of implementation. The CBC emphasizes the acquisition of skills and competencies rather than just knowledge. The policy reforms envisages a curriculum that promotes skills, long life learning, human and capital needs of the nation, value-based education. The new Basic Education Act is in the formative stages. I'm sure Bwana Caston, you have participated at the NEC in public participation, and we are also in the process of developing the ministry's sessional paper. Other innovations in the education sector include use of technology, adoption of the 21st skills, upgrading of school-based quality assurance, and very many other initiatives. So that is a message from the Regional Director of Education. But before we officially close the conference, one thing that he told me is to tell you that he appreciates all of us. He appreciates all of us. When we come, last year we were able to visit various schools, junior schools, primary. We were able to visit quite a number, and we were able to see the good work that you people are doing. So we want in a very big way to appreciate. But it's also good to say that we always say that it is good to involve our students in co-curricular activities. And you see, co-curricular activities involves resources. I'm sure Katibu, unapigiwa sana wakati mwingine na walimu. Because we cannot take teachers, you go, mwalimu ametoka Marsabit, amekuja Meru. That teacher needs somewhere to sleep, and in a decent place to sleep. We need transportation, and I want to put it here that and the sub-county directors who are here can bear me witness that the resources coming from the Ministry of Education are hardly enough. Especially this year has been a very difficult year. So we want to thank all of you, and especially our brothers. I know why I'm talking about them, and I'm appreciating them, because they have supported us when we say that we need support from you. And we want to thank all of you. But at the same time, we want to ask, let us all do it. Let us all do it. Because we have not done it uniformly. And we would want our teachers to be motivated in the field. We would want our children on the road to be motivated. This time, Bwana Caston, we had very good representation. You know, sometimes it was only athletics would only be Machakos, Kitui, Makueni. But nowadays, it is spread all over. We had a very good boy coming all the way from Chalbi. And that boy became, among others, he became the national champion from Eastern. He is the national champion in 800 meters. Let us appreciate. And you could see the way that boy was received back. We may not have taken it. We only realized when that boy went back to his community. Is called Huri community, somewhere. And it is very far. From Marsabit town to go to his school is 500 kilometers. Not from Embu, from Marsabit town to go to his school. And the way he was received by his community with the songs, with the relations, and all that. So, and we finished our games last week. And even right now, we have some boys and some girls who have not reached home. So it is very expensive to run activities. That's why we want to persuade all of us who are gathered here, kindly, because, Bwana Caston, we have about 5,000 schools. All our schools in Eastern Region are 5,000. If we all came in and supported, and then you demand accountability from us and our chairman here, I would be very happy. If we all came in, we supported, and then you demand for accountability, we would be very happy. And our students will be able to do it. And as Eastern, we are not complaining. I'm only saying, let all our counties come in. I don't want to say this one did not do it or this one did it well, but we have some that did it very well, others are a little bit down. So we want to persuade all of us, let's do it, let's come together. These children are ours, and a motivated teacher will be able to deliver. A motivated teacher will be able to deliver. Otherwise, I want to take this opportunity to wish all of you well, as you travel back well. I know there is no time. Next week, we have training for JSS teachers. So I know we are not resting, but any opportunity that we get to rest is very, very important. So without much ado, I now want to take this singular opportunity to declare the 2024 Kepsha Regional Conference for Eastern Region that was held at this great county of Migori officially closed. May God bless you. Travel back home well. Asanteni sana.